Hello and welcome to CIS 265. I'm pleased to announce that I'll be your instructor for this course. My name is Brian Bovee, and the purpose of this video is just to give you an overview of our course and what we'll be covering over the next 7 weeks. Under course description, we have two main points. First of all is to introduce you to the essential computer tools that are used in a modern information society. We'll be looking at some concepts that many of you already know all about, but we'll be diving into them perhaps a little deeper than you have in the past. The first of these would be things like an operating system. What is an operating system, and what is your Windows Explorer and the process of navigating files and finding things in there. And then the second major point associated with the description in this course is that we're going to introduce you to all 5 of the Microsoft Office Suite applications. Specifically, those would be Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Microsoft Access. The course goals: first of all, we want to equip you, specifically want to equip you, as I said before, to have a good knowledge of your computer and Microsoft Windows, but also some of the things that support it, such as the web browsers and tools like Microsoft Word. We'll be starting with that in week 1, getting you into the Microsoft Word application. Secondly, we're going to organize. So for many of you, you might not have a real good handle on what every business uses, or any large businesses uses as far as databases. And so we're going to look at databases in terms of the tools that are used there. Those would be Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. Finally, we're going to look at the other suites. That would be Microsoft Outlook and PowerPoint. And especially with PowerPoint, we're going to focus on your ability to present, to become better presenters, to be able to communicate in a way that uses technology and makes you appear much more professional than you might feel like you are. It can definitely improve your ability to do effective presentations in the business world. So next, I'd like to talk about the textbook. This is a textbook. You'll find this on the syllabus. You want to make sure you get that ordered right away. There's also a link in there to order the electronic version if you prefer that, but I definitely encourage you and require that each of you go out and get that textbook. It needs to be purchased, and you need to have it, and you need to read it in order to do well in this class, specifically before week 1. So if you're just seeing this video and we haven't started the course yet, definitely get that ordered today so that you have that and you're ready to begin the assignments on the start of week 1. What do I need to do to get an A? That's the question that I know all of you are wondering about. This course is basically based on 3 areas as far as the assignments. The first is the discussions. Each week you'll have an assignment to participate, and I encourage you to participate more than just a little bit, but I want to hear some substantive discussions. Give me your opinion on things, and so take the time to make your discussion post well thought out, and that's going to be worth 200 points. Secondly, also worth 200 points is one project at the end called the capstone project that will basically cover a lot of the concepts that we've looked at over the course of the 7 weeks. And then finally, the largest portion, worth 600 points, is the productivity projects. And those are the actual projects that we'll be doing within each of the Microsoft Office suites, starting in Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Access, and Outlook. So I know a lot of you are wondering, besides general ed and just the fact that you have to take this course, but why do I really need this? I want to encourage you, if you're coming into this course with that attitude, that this is a critical course, possibly, in my opinion, one of the most critical you'll take in your college career. And I'm going to support that here with a study that was done. If you look at the graph that's right here, it's illustrating some of the results of this study. The study looked at the skills that are needed for the top 60 high growth, high wage earners by the year 2020. The first on the list was oral and written communication skills. So what we'll be covering with Microsoft PowerPoint definitely is relevant there. And then right behind it is the Microsoft Office suite. So all of the concepts we're covering in this class as far as Microsoft Office are critical to you finding a job, whether that be in ministry or business. Both ministry and business use these applications extensively. Just a minute, I want to take just a minute to go through the navigation here. So if you're not real familiar with taking online courses, this will give you an introduction. On the left-hand side, you can see the menu here. And I'm going to talk about a couple things. First of all, under here in the center of the screen, My Announcements. You want to watch that each week. I'll be posting an announcement for you guys each week, talking about what the assignments are coming up that week, and maybe a little bit about what we did the previous week. So make sure you pay attention to that. Also to your email, to watch for emails from me. Secondly, what you're going to want to do before the first week of class is read that syllabus. That's over here on the left. Read it in detail. It'll tell you everything that we're going to cover, is how you're going to be graded, what the major assignments are, downloads that you have out there. And the thing that I really want you to do before week 1 in particular, and if you're just starting week 1, make sure you take the time to do this. Click on Learning Activities. That's going to be your main source for each week's information. It'll be where we walk you through the information that you need to know. I'll have a PowerPoint of some kind that you can use and learn about the concept each week. And then in addition to that, you'll have the specific assignments. So it's just going to walk you through what you need to do each week to succeed in this class. Specifically, before week 1, I want you to go out there and look at the Welcome to Our Class learning activity. I want to make sure everybody goes through and does that. It gives you all the information you need to get ready for that first week, including an area where you can go on a discussion post and introduce yourself to the class. And that relates to this last point, the discussion board. So you can click on that directly and go in there and each week do your forum post and just introduce yourself to class and or respond to the assignments that are part of that week. So now what? I've talked about some of these things already. First of all, you want to make sure you go out and click on the Learning Activity Welcome and walk through those steps. Secondly, as I mentioned, you want to make sure you order your book. And then finally, I haven't mentioned this yet, but as you go through the learning activity, it will give you a link to download Microsoft Office. It's important you have the most current version, and I've given you instructions in there that you can go in and download that and get it on your computer so you're ready to go for a first week assignment. I think that's about it. Under learning activities, you can learn a little bit more about myself. I've given you a page in there talking about my background and experience, and I sure am looking forward to talking with all of you guys. I'm an online learner myself, so it's something I'm real familiar with. But feel free to email me anytime. Again, my name is Brian, and I'll look forward to talking to you on the next time.